You're welcome back to today's broadcast. Let's look into what is going on in US, in the Congress House of US. According to the forged letter that was sent by the US President Donald Trump, and how it is now getting hot every day, and the debate that is going on concerning that letter. So according to the headline, it says, Nigeria lied to us. US senators push major debate on Nigeria. Latest political updates. So according to what is happening, Ted Cruz and a lot of them, they are now coming out, start saying what that used to be in a letter sent by Donald Trump, sent by US president, that there are some things that used to be in that letter. Inside this video, you are going to see everything, and you are going to hear everything, the way everything is happening, because it is a very serious debate that is going on right now. Both the interview that was granted by Senator Buhara of APC. So in fact, a lot is happening, and the lie that has been concurred by the APC, I would say by the government of Nigeria, that they claim that Donald Trump have sent a letter to President Tinubu to congratulate him concerning the victory he's getting over the insecurity that is happening in the country. So that Trump congratulate him after that letter that they have came to read to Nigerian and to everybody for 2 days after that letter was appear online. So everybody now start finding out that that letter was not truly from the US president. In fact, in this video is a very powerful video, and a very powerful video that will tell you and that will let you to understand the thing that is going on in the country, and what that used to be in a letter sent by Donald Trump. In this video, you are going to see it, and you are going to hear from this senator how everything is happening. So as about to watch, like, subscribe, and share for everyone to see what is going on in the country.
What will you do if you find out that somebody forged your signature using it to send a letter to someone else? What will you do? Now, imagine what the world president will do if he finds out that somebody forged his signature using it to send a letter to the Nigerian government. And the Nigerian government, whether they did not check well or they know, I don't know, but they have made the letter public saying that it came from President Trump. Well, for those of you that do not understand what is happening, let me just give you a summary of what is happening, right? Now, just 2 days ago, we received a news that President Donald J. Trump sent a letter to President Tinubu. And the content of that letter is that President Trump is commending Tinubu, for his effort in fighting terrorism. He's commending him, telling him, thank you for the work you are doing. Now, immediately, the Nigerian government made that letter public. In less than 24 hours, some people begin to talk, say, Oga, this letter you sent to us, or this letter you are showing us, is not from Trump, because Trump's signature is not there. In fact, a US Senator, Ted Cruz, has also come out to say, Oga, this letter you are showing the public is not from our Oga. No, it's not from him. So as I speak to you now, there is wahala in US over that letter, and there is wahala in Nigeria over that letter. All these things I'm telling you, no me talk am, na news carry am. I'm going to show you everything I've told you. Please stay with me. But before I show you that news, I want to give you the basis of how all these things started. Right? Now, listen to this. On the 21st day of July 2026, just about 4 or 5 days ago, we received a news that President Trump and US Congress has received a file. And the content of that file is what? A drug crime file that is committed by the President of Nigeria, President Ahmed Bola Tinubu. Look at the news. Trump, US Congress received Tinubu drug crime files as group demands justice for American victims on the 21st day of July. Now, 2 days after this news came out, we received a news that Trump sent a letter to the Nigerian president commending him for the work he is doing. And so some people were asking questions, how? Oga, we are talking about the drug files or the drug case you are facing in America. Trump is sending you a letter of commendation. How? Now, just 24 hours, as you can see, this one was published on the 23rd day of July 2026 by 12:17 a.m. at midnight, right? Now, less than 24 hours after this news came out, look at this one. It says, busted, Tinubu's government, as usual, forged Trump's letter as leaked correspondence shows no Trump signature in letter APC propagandist created to praise Tinubu's effort in fighting insecurity. Let me zoom it so you can see it very well. Oh, don't me talk. Did you hear that? Busted, Tinubu's government, as usual, I don't know why they write as usual, forged Trump's letter as leaked correspondence shows no Trump signature in the letter APC propagandist created to praise Tinubu's effort in fighting insecurity. That Trump did not sign that letter that the Tinubu government presented. And when I saw this news, I say, oh yeah, wahala, wahala. There is a very popular song in Igbo that says, Onye metuna nwa agụ aka n'ọdị, ma ọ dị ndụ, ma ọ nwụrụ anwụ. Do not touch the tail of a lion, whether alive or dead. Because, well, and we're going to go down quickly to this news because, it's just a very short news. We are going to go down before I tell you something that is happening again. Something that is happening now. Now, according to this news, look at it. It says, all right, let's go. It says, the controversial release issued by Tinubu government advisor Bayo Ononuga and amplified by All Progressive Congress APC channels, including the PBAT Media Center, all right, claimed President Trump commended Abuja's security record. This news, they claimed that, Trump was commending Tinubu for his effort in fighting insecurity, all right? However, diplomatic observers quickly exposed the release as a shame after the administration failed to produce an actual White House letterhead, scanned document, or authentic signature from the U.S. president. So some kakus, some people has looked into the letter and say, Oga, no, this letter is fake because it does not have a letterhead from the White House. And of course, scanned document and, signature from, President Trump. Okay? The scandal comes at a terrible time for the Tinubu administration following a major legislative defeat in Washington, where U.S. lawmakers voted to completely freeze foreign aid to Nigeria over ongoing religious violence. Of course, just about 4 days ago, U.S. lawmakers voted to completely, 100%, freeze the aid they are giving to Nigeria. Because of what? Because of the genocide they said that is happening in Nigeria. The controversy escalated when observers placed the text statement side by side with verified White House diplomatic correspondence, such as President Trump's signed letter to Argentina President Javier Milei. So observers brought the letter that Tinubu said that Trump sent to them. They brought it and kept it side by side with the authentic one that Trump used to send. And so they realized that, Oga, this one you are showing us, something is wrong with it. Now, on the final part, this is the last page. Look at this. It said, standard White House diplomatic letters are routinely archived as scanned documents, complete with official presidential seal, watermarks, and Donald Trump's physical signature. These are the things that a letter from White House will come with. It also has a watermark. It will come with a presidential seal and, a physical, signature from Donald Trump. In contrast, the document distributed by APC strategists consisted entirely of typed text embedded inside a government press release that it is different from the one Tinubu is showing us. While Tinubu's media team regularly publishes high-resolution photographs and scanned documents from routine domestic engagement, they provided no scanned image of the alleged security commendation from Washington. Okay? Foreign policy analysts caution that quoting a letter in plain text, including type dates and signature blocks, without producing the original document raises significant questions regarding its authenticity. Okay? The claims of presidential praise directly contradict official legislative actions taking place in Washington. Despite a recent visit to Abuja by U.S. Assistant Secretary of State for African Affairs, Frank Garcia, the U.S. House of Representatives took a decisive stance against the Nigerian government. I hope you are hearing that. Now, I ask again, what do you think this man will do if he eventually finds out, or if it eventually, comes out that this letter that the president of Nigeria has shown us, that it is not from Trump? What do you think he's going to do? Meanwhile, I saw an interview Daniel Bwala, granted just yesterday on Channels Television about this issue of forged, signature and fake letter and the rest of that. I saw the interview he granted. He's the presidential aide, Daniel Bwala, presidential aide. And what this man said, they were asking him question about this letter. He no answer. He was telling the host to ask him question about what is happening in Nigeria. Ask me what is happening in Nigeria. Ask me. They said, Oga, tell us more about this letter. Tell us what happened. Anyway, let me just allow you to listen to him, because I tell you that a lot is going down in Nigeria. A lot is going down, honestly speaking. Well, listen to him, then you do well to drop your comment in the comment section what you think. My question remains, what do you think that this man will do if he finds out that this letter is not from him, that they forged whatever they wrote there? What do you think he's going to do? Drop your comment in the comment section, please.
I'm curious, though, this letter, when was this letter written?
Have you seen the statement?
Yes.
We work with the statement.
Okay. It does look like this letter came in on the 6th of July.
Oh, really?
That's what it tells us.
Okay.
Why are we just knowing now?
I don't have an answer for that.
Really?
Is the content of the letter false?
No, I'm asking because we need to look at all of the ramifications about the communication between the two presidents as being communicated by your office.
We were looking at the content of the letter, whether it is false or not.
Because one is curious. It comes 2 days after a lobbyist who is working for Mr. Atiku Abubakar talked about a 60-page DOJ files on alleged heroin case in the United States against President Bola Tinubu.
That is a voyage of a jobless thinkers project. So has the lobbyist also come up with any finding about the Halliburton case against Atiku Abubakar? Why is this issue always coming around election optics? People don't want to focus on what matters. They just bring this joblessness. There are issues that the opposition in Nigeria ought to, if they respect the Nigerian people, come with, which is that if they disagree with any policy of government, by now they ought to have been communicating to Nigerians what they hope to do differently from what we're doing. I mean, every year, every time, coming up with this jobless kind of thing. Sometimes if we even react to it, it's like we're promoting it. Because, of course, as a journalist, you know there is Halliburton case. What have they said about that?
So the curiosity comes 17 days after this letter was transmitted from Washington to Abuja. Mm-hmm. It just coming to light now. And perhaps it does look like a spin work.
Let me ask you a question.
Your office is just getting, is it laziness, tardiness, or you're just keeping these and you're using it for some kind of work?
No. What I'm saying is, you rightly said it's a lobbyist for Atiku. Ordinarily, there shouldn't be any conversation.
No, I'm saying the curiosity is the fact that the letter was written from Washington, dispatched on the 6th, or dated 6th of July. 17 days later, that's when Nigerian people are able to know that Trump, and it's been made to look like the letter was written just tonight.
So what I'm saying is, you see, when we go to school, there is this in the quote, they talk about facts in issue. You have to always concentrate on the essentials in order not to be distracted. That's why people fail exams, when they don't focus on the essential. What is the fact in issue right now, as has gone round? The fact that President Trump has, written a letter to President Bola Tinubu.
I mean, so
the question would be, is it true or is it not? The
interview is about the content of the letter and what this means for the average Nigerian people.
Right.
But we need to look at the credibility of the letter and the circumstance surrounding the letter. And I'm asking you, you speak for the president, and is this one of the spin job of the presidency communication strategy team that you have to delay the letter for 17 days? And the curiosity is that 2 days ago, there is a communication from Washington that congressional committees are now looking at a 60-page document, allegations of heroin, dating back to sometimes in the late 80s, early 90s, against allegations against President Bola Tinubu. And so the curiosity there is the fact that why is the letter coming to light now? Why didn't the letter come on the 7th of July rather than coming 17 days later?
I should rather put it this way. The spinning is done by the Atiku camp. Why did I say that? Mr. Sean, I work for Atiku in the 2023 election. And you know that this issue was discussed in 2023. It was discussed in 2019, even when he was not a candidate. It has always been an issue that has been discussed. But the curiosity should have come, your question about curiosity should have come, why is it that Atiku is only raising the issue on the eve of election? Why was it not raised in 2022 to 2023? What was the outcome? Baseless, frivolous, and it is meant to deceive the innocent Nigerian people who are concerned about what is going on in Nigeria and whether the opposition have a better alternative. That's why I told you, I said, if there is sincerity, for example, in that conversation, what have they got to say about a congressional finding? This one, you say Congress will look into it. That is the only thing that you are carrying as breakthrough or breaking news. There is one that there was a finding in which a lawmaker in America was even indicted and prosecuted. I think that should be more important in terms of curiosity and sincerity to the Nigerian people. You are talking about something to be looked into and you are talking about a finding. But you see, we don't even as a government go about lazying, looking at Halliburton and all those things, because Nigerian people and what they are impacted by is more important to us than the baseless rhetorics of a jobless voyage, carriers.
Although, I mean, I don't want us to dwell on the fringes of the...
But you're dwelling, just because now later you say time has gone out, and then the real issue of the letter will not be discussed.
It is important for us also to look at the credibility around the circumstance. It's the same thing that you said is baseless. And your words on this program in 2022, November, you said to me on this program, you said President Bola Tinubu, the candidate at the time, may be disqualified from contesting. You went further to say there is still a cloud around drug-related offenses and drug-related activity. And the quote, that's Daniel Boala talking to me right here on this program. You also said Bola Tinubu had a questionable character. Those are the things you said right on this program. And now you think that all of those things that you said for Atiku, it don't matter any longer.
You know why I smiled? The joblessness of the opposition, it seems they have carried you in that bus. Why am I saying that? This issue you raised, when will you get tired of asking me the same question? In the world today, the first person that started asking me this question was you. And you have done that more than 5 times. Are you not tired? They are completely inconsequential to what is happening. While I come and talk about the credibility of the letter, you people say President Trump lauded Tinubu. The question that should arise after, whether it is true or not, to what extent have you been lauded? But now we have taken almost 10 minutes. And I know the time you have here, because I've understood the Nigerian media very, very well. I know they prepared again to follow their trend. Ask me the question that you want to find out about the letter. As for the opposition, allow them to keep lazying about. Nigerian people want to hear tonight what is happening to their lives.
Will you kindly answer the question that I asked you? You said at that time that those things that you talked about are now baseless. Are you saying everything you said at that time we should discontinent?
Nigerian people tonight want to know what is happening with their economy, with their education, and most importantly, with security. And we have made substantial progress. First time in Nigeria's history, where the leadership of the President Bola Tinubu, brought about a very strong collaboration.
You're not answering my questions, Mr.
It's not a question.
The question. It's not a question. Before we get into that matter, I've asked you, with this particular matter that I asked you, you said it's baseless. That means all the things you said to me in November and the rest of the time in 2022 are baseless and lies.
Yes, they are not lies, they are baseless. Not important for conversation. And by the way, let me ask you.
So Daniel Bwala of 2022.
Let me ask you. What? You see, this thing, what you're doing now, I'm trying my best not to be aggressive about it. But you're riding on the opposition's back horse. Peter Obi has since changed parties 4 times. How many times have you asked their people? Atiku has changed parties 4 times. Every single question you asked me from when I came back to Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu is the same that has happened to them, but their own is even in a multiplied form. How many? I'm coming. Let me land.
You're a lawyer.
Let me land.
You know what it talks
I must land. I must land.
Go ahead and land.
How many times have you asked them? I told the media houses in Nigeria, the hypocrisy of the media is in fever pitch. Because these people have changed parties. You have not asked them about character and credibility, and whether they possess the right mind to lead the Nigerian people, where they keep jumping from one party to other because of problem. You have asked me, is there a media agenda against Daniel Bwala? Let us start from there.
You tell me.
There is. And unfortunately, it appears, because the same question you can't ask the opposition. You can't. Not only you, Money Show can't ask the opposition.
Maybe you don't watch this program.
No. I watch.
Or you watch the part that you want to watch.
No, when they send link to me, I see. You just scratch
the problem.
When you scratch the surface.
You watch the part you want to watch.
No. You scratch the surface, scratch another surface, and consider that a job is done. 2 years, when you're asking me the same question. But there are times you have to be tired now.
If you have not answered the question, one will not get tired of asking.
When you asked me the previous one, did I answer or not?
No, as a lawyer,
you say clickbait.
You know
clickbait has become the fulcrum of modern age journalism. Why? I have seen guests coming to your table here where you talk with ferocity, with ferociousness about the happenings of the Nigerian people. What can you do? What is this government doing? As soon as I appear, those things don't matter.
Mr. Bwala, thank God that 14 years ago you were on this program, and it was not clickbait at the time.
But it's clickbait now. 14 years ago, you were not. 14 years ago, you were not the way you are now. You are not the way you are now.
They say he who comes to equity.
I didn't come. You brought me to equity.
But this is equity. And
yes, you brought me.
Let's see your hands, whether they are clean.
See my hands.
And that's
why. You say, okay, see.
That's why.
Let me put it this way. The letter was written by the United States government applauding the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria for deeper cooperation. Unfortunately, we are not discussing that in the media today. Is it fair to the Nigerian people? Is it fair for the Nigerian people in rural areas who want to know that this country has experienced progress to the point where our collaboration is easily resolved? Is this thing the fact in issue?
Can we continue now?
We've been on. I'm giving you a pushback. I am not about to wait for that kind of narrative to keep going.
Let's go ahead with this interview, Mr. Bwala.
Have you heard about the Halliburton case?
Of course.
Have you talked to them?
To explain?
Have you talked to them about here when they came here?
You'll find out. Whenever
they've been coming before.
Whenever the opposition is
it is from today you will start. You have not asked them.
That's why I've asked you to go back to the previous episode of this program.
No, I know. Yeah, I know that I've been seeing everything you're doing.
Can we go back to the interview?
No, I am here. I'm answering your question.
Let me ask you, Mr. Bwala.
This Buhara is a one-kind man, and the whole video is a very powerful video. Ted Cruz have come out to give his own explanation concerning what is happening. And how come that Nigerian government, they did not see or they did not verify very well to see that that this letter is not from Donald Trump. After for some days, Donald Trump now sent him his own main letter concerning how he's feeling toward Nigerian insecurity, when they were celebrating and they dancing up and down, claiming that the Donald Trump is congratulating Tinubu over the defeat, over the insecurity that is going on in the country. When Tinubu, the government of Nigeria, knows very well that the insecurity that is in Nigeria today, it is even is even more than what was happening before. But nobody is speaking the truth, and nobody is telling the world the truth. Instead of it, they keep hiding and they lying everywhere and every day. Now the truth is now coming out. The truth is now coming out. And we don't know, and we don't understand how come a government of a country, you will be corrupt to the extent that later will be coming from international. It is not about local, it is about states, and you will not verify it very well, and later come to public to announce it to the whole country, telling them that Donald Trump congratulates you. It is not the cry of the people that the Christians in Nigeria, they start protesting and start shouting. How come Donald Trump will send such kind of a letter when he knows that the insecurity in Nigeria, it is even worse than the way he met it before? Then now he starts sending letter to Tinubu congratulating him. It is when they start finding out that that letter is not truth, and everything that happens in this video, it is the way it is. So there is no lie there, and there is no issue of forgery, and everything you are seeing is true. The way they are asking Buhari a question, he keep on dancing and they keep on quarreling the commentator that is asking him a question. So for him to answer the question straight, he keep on beating around the bush, claiming that it is the letter is from article, is from this, is from that. I was even surprised. The reason why he did not say is from B2B that do that letter, even though if it is from article, as a government, you need to verify very well. You need to look into the letter before giving it out to the public. You need to look into it because you are a government. So you are close to any country, or the whole country. Any country that send a letter to you, you as a government, you need to verify it before coming out to the public to issue it to the public, and then claiming that Trump is congratulating you. You have already defeated Boko Haram. Now, for the few days, they now sanction Nigeria that they are going to cut off the aid they used to give to the country if they did not stop this insecurity and this genocide and the issue of and the Christian genocide that is going on in Nigeria. If the government did not stop it, and they are going to cut off the aid that US used to send to Nigerian government, used to send to Nigeria, that they cannot be sending aid to the country, and they will be using that aid to sponsor terrorists and to be feeding terrorists. That will not be happening, and that is when all those secrets start coming out. That is it. And at the end, the government will tell you that they are working. Like this man, had they been there, allow him, they would have been saying that they have conquered so. They have done that, they have done this, when everybody knows that the truth is there for everybody to see. If you are conquering so people, if you are conquering the terrorists, at least by now, we would have been seeing it. But instead of it, every day, people keep buying every day, unaliving people every day in this country. And nothing anybody is doing, nothing the government is doing. Instead of it, they will keep lying to the people, claiming that they have defeated the Boko Haram, they have defeated this, they have defeated that. The only place they have power on is already Igbo. It's already Igbo. Sharp, they sentence Mazam Kanu. Before you know, they call him a terrorist. Before you know, they kidnap him from Kenya and sentence him. Now, the US Congress and now they have now started sending Nigeria a heavy message telling them to make sure that they release Mazam Kanu without even looking back, or they should reverse the case and also use the international law and human rights law to look into what is going on and to come into his case. And then I don't know what will be the outcome of Omotosho and also the Nigerian government, because since then they have not even said anything. So everybody, we are still waiting for them to see the reaction, what they will say, because you sentence a man that did not do you anything, and then you claim that he's the one that is causing terrorism in the whole Nigeria. But the main people that is causing this terrorism, they are going freely. Every day they are claiming that those people, they are repentant Boko Haram. But they are repentant Boko Haram, they are Nigerian prodigal son. But the person is speaking out for the poor man. The person that is saying that look at what is going on. And this person, you call him a terrorist. Before you know, you sentence him life imprisonment because of his coming out to speak out. Now, the bigger people, the bigger man that is bigger than you, has now come out now, giving you order that you need to release him by all means, or else they are going to cut off the aid, they are going to do this, they are going to do that. Let's wait and see the outcome, how the government will react and what they are going to do. Because at the end, they need to take action. The UN, whenever they speak, they give order. The government, they don't used to take action. They don't used to do anything. This time, let's see what the government will do concerning the issue of releasing Mazen Kanu, and also this issue of later that is trending right now. In fact, I would like your comments down below. Like, subscribe, and share for everyone to see what is going on in the country. So thank you for watching.